Welcome to Kettlebell Legs and Core. Today, all you'll need for your workout is a kettlebell. We're going to start out with some squats. So we're just going to sit back and down. And we're going for about 10 reps of each move. So as you sit back, try to almost split the floor with the knees, getting the outer thigh and glutes engaged. And then we're going to drive up through the heels, a little flexion into the backside as you come up. Make sure your posture is tall and elevated, core braced, hips sitting back and down. Awesome, just a few more. Let's go into around the world. This next move, you'll take the kettlebell in alternating directions from the chest line up and overhead with elbows bent, and then back into the trunk. Do that a few more times, just weaving your kettlebell up and overhead, maintaining core stability. So brace into the abs as you bring your kettlebell up and over and back around, up and over, back around. Awesome. We are warmed up. Let's go into our lunges. So step 1 foot back, other arm out for stability. So the same hand holding your kettlebell is the leg that you will have back behind you. Drop into the back knee and then drive up through the front heel. So you should feel the work mostly in the front quadricep, the front thigh. Just a few more on this side. And then we're going to add a little bit of core control. We're really going to dive into your outer and inner obliques. So from your lunge stance, take your kettlebell up towards the chest line and then twist over to your front thigh. Good, twisting across. Once we have our stability and balance, we are going to add the lunge to it. So for the next 6, drop the back knee and then come back into center as you lift that back knee up from the floor. Awesome. 4 more. And 3. So good. 2 more. 1. And back through center. All right, let's do that same sequence on the other side. Step 1 foot back. Kettlebell in the same hand, other hand out for support. Now your support hand could be out to the side like I'm showing here, but you could also bring it onto your hip, or you could place your hand fingers to temples or behind the head. Whatever feels right for you and gives you the most balance and stability is probably the best hand placement for you. This one I find really helps counterbalance with the kettlebell in the other hand. Almost there. All right, let's go into that twist. First, making sure that we have our stability and balance, feet on railroad tracks. So we have one foot kind of staggered to the front, other foot kind of staggered towards the back. If you're on a mat, that front foot would be kind of towards one edge of the mat and the back foot would be towards the opposite edge. We got 4 more of the lunge with the twist. 3. So good. 2 more. 1, and let's go into our next move. All right, so next up, we are going to do a straight leg deadlift. So I want you to keep your shoulders back, brace into your core, soft bend into the knees, and we are just hinging from the hips. So we're keeping a long, straight back as we hip hinge forward and then squeeze into the glutes as we come up. We're only going to do a few of these because we're going to add a side bend into our kettlebell swing. So thumb goes through and then we sweep the hand forward. Good, so still hinging from the hips, but with that little twist as we go into that one arm kettlebell swing. And now let's go back into our single straight leg deadlift. All right, so both hands onto the kettlebell, chest is lifted, core is braced, hinging from hips, driving through heels. Almost there. Right into your kettlebell swing on the other side. So let's do 10 of those. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A little heart rate raise on that. Let's go into our calf raises. Bring the feet about hip width apart, light outward turn of the toes, lifting the heels. Try to add that pause at the top for a little bit more added complexity. A few more rounds. So good. Let's go into a single leg deadlift. So this is also your one leg RDL. The same hand that is holding the kettlebell is the leg that is back behind you. Other arm again out to the side for balance and stability. Light squeeze of the hips kind of forward a little bit as you come back towards center. And if you need to, as you come back to standing, you can bring your foot to the floor just to get your stability back. Good, we're almost there on this side. So good. All right, feet to the floor, arm up and overhead, squeeze your elbow down towards your hip. Reach up and over, exhale and squeeze. Reach up and over, exhale and squeeze. Good, feel that stretch along the outer edge of the trunk and then pull the elbow down towards the hip. Awesome, really diving into those outer abdominals along the outer edge of the trunk. Just a few more rounds. Let's switch sides. Single leg RDL on this side, stabilize into the front foot, arm out for balance, hinge from hip, tip over, and come back up. Again, if you need to, bring that back foot to the floor as you rise up so you can maintain stability and balance before you go into the next one. When you feel more balanced, you are welcome to challenge yourself, trying to keep the foot up the entire time. Good, light squeeze of the glutes as you bring yourself back into center. A few more rounds. Awesome. Both feet in together. Let's go into that side stretch, into oblique pull, reaching the arm up and over, pull elbow to hip, up and over, pull elbow to hip. So the great thing about this workout, now that you have made it almost to the end, is that you can stop, restart, and then replay. You can do this whole 8-minute workout, one up until 4 times, and really have an amazing monster set workout. Whole thing should take 40 to 45 minutes at most. You did great. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day.